Chosen vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man, Druuill, and I'm back at you again with another video. I need each and every vessel to click that like button, click that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Shout out to the Galactic family, the GCVs, and Drew Nation. Let's get right into it. They had a problem with you as soon as you stepped in the door because they found out who you really were. You tried to stay low key and you try to stay under the radar, but it's easy to tell who you are. People can tell who you are very easily. That's why people only sometimes will like you for a little bit, and then after like the first day or two, you'll end up having a problem with people. It's because that they know who you are. All right. They know that you're someone great. I know you try to keep it on the low and keep it under wraps and keep it hidden, but they could tell. They could tell, baby. They could tell that you are greatness in the flesh. All right. You do your best to treat everybody the same. You do your best to be that polite, good person that you know you could be, but sooner or later, they're going to end up having a problem with you, and it's nothing you could do about it. Not everybody is going to like you, and you weren't meant to be liked by everybody. So it just is what it is. A lot of people that don't like you is because they see who you are on a spiritual level, and they see that your energy is very powerful and is strong, and they see how people react to you. There are people who are in competition for who can get the most attention, who's the better person, who's liked the most, all things that are superficial, things that you don't even pay attention to. These are things that you could care less about. They're things that you get, but they're things that aren't important to you. You're not the type of person that goes out trying to be the best person. You don't try to go out and be better than him, her, and them. You just go and try to be the best person that you could be. It just turns out that the person that you are, you attract a lot of jealous people easily, and a lot of people are made jealous of you easily just because of who you are. All your good qualities, there are people who appreciate you for them. All right, don't get it twisted. They're not all jealous. All right, obviously, that'd be crazy to think that everybody is like that. But it just happens to be that in certain places, in certain environments, there are a lot of people that act like that. There are a lot of people who aren't dealing with certain ways that they feel about other people. And with social media, it makes it worse. All right, because people who weren't jealous before or who wouldn't be jealous are having like more of those tendencies because they're on the Facebook, they're on the Instagram, they're looking at, yes, I said the Facebook. They're on the Facebook, they're on the Instagram, they're on people's like social media pages, and they're looking at other people's lives, and they're comparing themselves. All right, comparison is the thief of joy. All right, comparison will steal your joy. So now, because people are used to comparing themselves on social media and the internet and things like that, people who normally wouldn't have a jealous spirit have now taken on the spirit of jealousy and envy because they're constantly scrolling and constantly watching and constantly observing other people's lives. So when you observe somebody else's life and you don't know how to be grateful for where you're at, you don't know how to have gratitude for the type of person that you are, for who you are. A lot of people haven't learned to accept themselves for who they are yet. And when you're in that type of mind state and you're unhappy with yourself, it's just common sense. Like, if you aren't happy with who you are, you may not have a bad spirit or a jealous heart. You're not going to want to see other people be happy or other people who are happy with themselves. You may not hate them, but it might possibly be a part of you that makes you angry and that causes you to be frustrated or upset just because of the self-hate that you're harboring for yourself. So you may not necessarily hate that other person, but you may have hatred towards yourself. And that's how they're coming. But since they're not working on themselves and they may not know how to go about that, it's going to come off to you as this person is jealous. All right. And because of social media and because of like there's a mental health crisis right now because of social media, people aren't really taking time to like leave their phone alone. People aren't taking time to focus on themselves. All right. People aren't taking time to appreciate who they are and their life. They're looking at celebrities. They're looking at people whose lives are similar to celebrities. They're looking at other people who they wish they could be, and they're wishing that they could be someone living vicariously through celebrities and other people on pages and things like that, instead of being who they are, instead of being who they want to be, and instead of being okay with who they are and okay with the type of person that they want to be, or how they are as a person. You have to be comfortable with who you are, and you have to accept yourself for who you are. And when people don't, when you do these things and you are someone like the person watching this video, I know you accept yourself for who you are wholeheartedly. And if you do, you can start today. Or if you don't, you can start today. All you have to do is like tell yourself certain things when you look in the mirror, that you love yourself, yourself, you appreciate who you are. You may not be comfortable with who you are, but you're loving yourself more and more each day. All right. You may not be where you want to be in life, but you accept where you're at and you're grateful for what you do have. Like, yo, I'm a man. I saw Young Thug's jail cell the other day, and it made me do a 360 on my life and how I look at life, because there are things that will make you feel ungrateful. All right, you could possibly be in an ungrateful mindset because you not that you're ungrateful, but you might think you have it bad because you're not where you want to be. There's always somebody who has it worse. All right, not to say Young Thug, not to speak bad on his situation, because I hope to see him free, but what he's going through right now, that man's living quarters are the size of a bathroom, and nobody wants to be living like that. So it made me look at my situation a lot better. I'm free. I get to go outside when I want. I get to eat when I want. I get to uh, not be told what to do 24/7. It may not be perfect. It may not be what I want it to be, but I get to enjoy my freedom, and there's nothing like that. So there's always somebody who has it worse. And if people practice, it's not that you want to look at somebody else and be like, oh, wow, my life is way better than his or hers. You just want to practice gratitude. And it's humbling to know that, wow, I wouldn't want to experience that. Let me be grateful for what I do have and what I am experiencing. It may not be the best. All right. I may not feel the best about it, but I am grateful for what I have and what I'm able to do and what I'm going through. All right. I'm able to grow through this while going through this. So, and it could be a lot worse, but people aren't doing that. People aren't looking at their life. They're looking at social media. Everything is instant. Everything is microwaved. Everything is fast. People aren't getting to see the downside of things. Everybody has a down day. Everybody has a downside to them. Everybody has a negative side to them, no matter how positive you are. Some of the most positive people are some of the most negative people. That's why they have to work on themselves so that way they could become a more positive person and push that negativity to the side. All right. Some of us, we work on ourselves because we don't want other people, not that we don't mind showing that side, or not that we don't have that side or we're ashamed of it. We just don't want that to be who we are. All right, you can have a side of you, but that side of you doesn't have to be who you are. It's a part of you, but it doesn't have to be who you are. But people aren't regulating. All right, people aren't regulators. Mount up. All right. Bum, 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 ba-dun, dun, 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 dun. It was a cool dog. That's the jam right there. All right. Anyway, um, people aren't regulating. All right. People aren't dealing with how they feel about things, and they're just letting uh they're just letting the spirit of jealousy and the spirit of envy just eat them up. All right, just tear them up. So you're the type of person that will work on themselves. When you see something about yourself that you don't like, you'll even take time away from people to fix it. You're like, wow, okay, I got to fix this. I can't, I'm not trying to go out and be this type of person. So let me work on that. And when the downside to that is, it's not a downside, but it's an upside thing. But when you do that and you work on yourself, people are going to see that. They're going to notice changes in you. And if they haven't been around you previously, they're just going to notice that you're different. You're a lot calmer. They're going to notice your peace. All right, like these things give people anxiety. These things make people upset. All right, these things cause people to be like worried, to not feel good about themselves. People can, and it's going to make you feel happier. It's going to raise your vibration. You're going to be more uplifted and more upbeat. And a lot of people in certain situations, they just have never come across anything that told them or let them know that you can change, you can fix this, your life can be better. It doesn't, excuse me, you don't have to be a bitter person. So it's like there are they're just people that are just walking around here unfixed because they're not fixing themselves. If there's anything you want to fix about yourself that is incorrect, that you feel you have a problem with, it can be fixed. That's the power of the mind. All right, that's why I'm grateful to have stumbled across the things that I've learned in life, because you can always fix your mind. And you have just stumbled across this right now. I'm glad you stumbled across this video. Hit the like button, hit the share button. Don't forget to subscribe. You can always fix your mind. There's nothing that you can't fix about your mind. All right. If you can always think your way out of any situation. All right. You can always think your way out of any situation. You thought your way into it. It was something that they look at us, they see something in us, they wish they had it in themselves, whether it be peace, whether it be how calm you are, whether it be how you operate around other people and how other people take to you as a person. It's nothing that they have to be jealous of. It's nothing that they have to have an attitude about, but they don't take the time to fix these things about themselves. They rather just be angry and stay mad because it's probably all they know how to do. All right. So, as soon as you walked in the door, people can sense that you have a higher vibration because you work on yourself and you're not low vibrational. And when you have problems and you just let them like simmer and let them stew and let them brew, it brings you down, and it causes you to have a lower vibration. It lowers your vibe because it makes you feel bad about yourself. All right. When you are jealous of someone or you feel some type of way towards someone, it causes you to feel bad about yourself because you're constantly focused on what is wrong with you and what is right with them. And this could be anybody who is focused on what's wrong with them, they're not going to be happy. So the more you focus on what's wrong with you, it's going to lower your vibration by default. So people are angry at you because they're only focused on what's going wrong with them instead of what's going right with them. They have it like that, and that's why I said they don't practice gratitude. And if when you practice gratitude, your whole day is going to be different. When you practice gratitude, your smile is going to be different. Your eyes are going to be different. Your health is going to be different. Your money is going to be different. All right, all just by giving thanks to God, to the Creator, to the universe. I know people can attest to this. I know you all watching this video have experienced this. All right, and if you are feeling low, if your vibration's not right, or if you're feeling like you're tired or groggy, or just feeling like you woke up on the opposite side, the wrong side of the bed, or just you feel like you're just in a funk, all you have to do is start practicing some gratitude, and that universal free flow of energy will start to form back inside of you, and you'll start to feel good again. But this is why as soon as you walked in the door, they had a problem with you. You carrying the spirit of God. You carrying the Holy Spirit. Are you carrying I am Jesus? You carrying I am God? You carrying I am the universe? You carrying universal energy? Are you carrying high vibrations? You're carrying positivity. You're carrying light. You're carrying I am money. Like your vibration is through the roof. And when you get around people, it's like it's nothing that you can't contain. It's like shaking up. You're like a shaken up soda bottle, and as soon as you open the door, it's like the soda bottle opened it and somebody's face just like they're gonna be mad at you. They're gonna be upset because they got a whole bunch of soda all over them. They're like, "Yo, why did you just pour soda all on me? Why did you just shake this soda bottle up? I wanted to just drink this, and I wanted to just sip my drink, but now it went everywhere. What's wrong with you? It's all over the place. All right, now I got this soda all over this person." It's like that's basically how it is. Your energy is like all over people, and it's like you can't contain it. Like you can try to stay low key all you want, you can't contain that energy because they feel it and they know it's there. You're trying to file your little paper and just go to lunch. You're trying to sweep the floor, mop the floor, clean the bathroom, and just go to lunch. You're trying to hold the meeting and act like everybody else and be normal and just go finish the work day. All right, you're trying to direct traffic and do construction and go to work just like everybody else. All right, you're trying to go shopping and stand in line and go to the store and just be a normal regular person, but you can't. Your energy, whether you got social media or not, whether people know who you are or not, they're gonna know who you are as soon as you step in the room. All right, and as soon as you step in the door, they are going to find out who you are. Your energy is going to alert them and let them know that it's you. All right, you cannot hide from being the chosen one. You cannot hide from being a. You can't hide from success. You can't hide your success from people. I heard somebody say that the other day when I was living in this area a couple years ago. They were like, "Man, you could try all you want. You can't hide hard work." And I'm like, I guess because I kept it low key. Like I would just wear sweats. I would just go to the store, buy me some sweats. I was working really hard. I was like, what was I doing? I was doing security at the time. I was working really hard, yo. Like I would work from like 8 or no, yeah, I'd work at like 10 at night to like 6 in the morning. I was like 10 at night, 6 in the morning, like 7 days a week sometimes. And like this dude who cut my hair or whatever, he was like, "Man, you can't hide hard work." I guess because like I don't know, maybe I tipped him a little too much. I don't know, but he was like, "Yo, you can." He was like, "You cannot hide hard work." And I was just walking around like I guess what I thought was like bummy at the time or whatever, just some sweats, a t-shirt, some jeans or something, just like nothing too fancy. All right, but he was just saying like you can't hide hard work, and when you work on yourself, that's hard work. You can't sleep on that. You can't minimize that. When you work on yourself, that's hard work. A lot of people, they do not deal with how they are, like how they don't deal with what they're dealing with. A lot of people don't do that. They do not deal with what they're dealing with. All right, and they just try to forget how they feel. They try to like smooth over how they feel. They try to like have more friends to focus on other people instead of themselves and how they feel. All right, maybe they like overindulge in sports or food, or maybe they got a little twist or something. I ain't hating. All right, maybe you got your little this or your little that. I ain't hating, but you can't you can't smooth over what you're going through or how you feel about yourself. You're one day eventually you're going to have to deal with that, or you're just going to be unhappy and miserable until it's your time to go. All right, and even if you aren't miserable, even if you aren't unhappy, you could be happier. You could raise your frequency. All right, so that's another thing. You may be like, yo, I'm straight, I'm good, but the things that you can fix about yourself, if there's anything that you need to fix, all right, you can work on yourself and raise your vibration. That's why I always talk about self improvement, and that's why I'm a big advocate for self improvement. Because whenever you're not feeling good, whenever things are going wrong, whenever things aren't going right, you can work on yourself, and it'll make your life better, and it'll make you feel better about your life. And the thing is, when you do that, you can't hide it. People can see your self improvements. People can see your self work. That's hard work. It's hard to accept something about yourself that you don't like, that you want to change. All right, a lot of people, they act like it doesn't exist. They act like they're fine and they're not. I understand you want to hold. I understand you want to look brave. You don't want people to see that no weaknesses in you. Nobody wants that. I understand that. All right, you're not supposed to show people no weakness. All right, people aren't supposed to see weaknesses in you, but you have to keep it real with yourself, and you do that. Do you know how hard it is? For a person to keep it real with themselves. That's why I applaud everybody that is on my channel. Y'all keep it real with yourselves, all right? And Not everybody can do that. It's one of the hardest things to do, is to accept something about yourself that you would like to change, something that you would like to see different. Most people, they give up. They don't think they can do it, so they just act like it doesn't exist. But when you will stand the test of time, and you'll work on yourself until you improve, you'll change things about yourself so you improve. Why you think people hate to see you do things differently? Oh, you don't do that anymore? It's like, yo, they hate to see that you're elevating. They hate to see that you're evolving. They hate to see that you're rising to the top. You want to change some things about yourself so you can have a better life experience. Who doesn't want to have a better experience in life? All right, especially when you know you can do better, and you have this thing that's like kind of like pushing you to do more. And it's like, yo, you know, because you know deep down inside, secretly, you know you should be doing more, and you know you should be doing better. But the thing is, you actually go after it and you attack it, and you actually handle things and deal with things from that perspective. I know I could do more. I know I could have more. You're motivated. You're motivated. And when you walked in the door, you stepped in the door, they found out who you were. All right. You tried to dress modestly. You tried to dress down. You just put a suit on just like everybody else. You saw what everybody else was doing. You know what? Let me do that. Let me not do anything eccentric. Let me not do anything over the top. Let me just, stay low radar, stay under the radar. They could still tell. Your energy speaks for itself. Energy speaks. It's a whole language in itself. Your energy will communicate to other people what you're not even saying to them. All right, your energy will speak for you before you even open your mouth. It's the same thing with you when you could read negative people, or you could read somebody that you may not should be dealing with, or something like that. Like, whoa, that person's toxic. I'm staying away. I don't think I should be dealing with that person. You know how your intuition goes off and alerts you to certain things? Your energy goes off and alerts people. All right, it alerts to people that you're a motivated person, that you're a positive person, and that rubs some people the wrong way. All right, and it's nothing you can do about it. You just got to take it on the chin and deal with it. You have to be who you are. That's why they have sayings like "Don't dim your light for nobody." All right, you do not dim your light for people just because they could sense that you have the light. Don't dim your light just because people can sense you have the light, and you have the light. All right, you're like the golden child in that movie. I want the knife with Eddie Murphy. He was like, I want the knife. This is the second time I referenced Eddie Murphy. You have the light. You're the golden child. Our chosen ones are like the golden child. Probably don't say too much. If you do say something, it probably has a lot of meaning, and it probably leaves people scratching their head because it's always deep and profound. All right. So the type of person that you are, people are going to be able to sense who you are, and it's nothing you could do about it. All right, when you go places, when you just try to chill, when you think you're out and you just are by yourself and not even with anyone, not even talking to anyone, not even interacting with anyone, that's why they be in the corner looking at you and watching like, oh, okay, we know who you are. And it's like, it's nothing that you could do about it. That's why when you go out, people will act strange to you. They'll do weird things around you. They'll try to make you feel like you don't exist, little things like that. Just do weird things, all right? And it's because they know who you are. And some people feel some type of way because they take it as like you're arrogant, or you're trying to be better than them, and you're not. All right, I'm here to tell you right now, you're not trying to be better than nobody. You don't look at yourself as different than other people. You don't look at yourself as being different from other people until they start treating you different. You treat everybody as the same. You treat everybody polite. You treat everybody with respect. But as soon as they start treating you different, and as soon as they start trying to be disrespectful to you because of who you are, then it's like you dealt with so much of that, you don't have any patience for it. So you got to check yourself when people start acting like that to you, so you don't explode on them and let them have all that negative energy that you have built up over situations like this. So that's why it's good to meditate. That's why it's good to go on nature walks. That's why it's good to pray, talk to God, and just try to eradicate like the feelings like this, because you will, the type of person that you are and how your life is set up, you will experience this a lot. All right, so you're not alone. It's nothing bad. Yo, they know who that's why they had a problem with you as soon as you walked in the door. All right, they knew who you were. You may have tried to hide it and keep it under wraps. They see your gifts. All right, you tried to keep it under wraps. They unwrapped it. All right, or they see it as being unwrapped. All right, so you cannot hide your gifts when you're around certain people. You try to you probably try to like fall back and not try as hard or try to cover it up, or they see the light. You're like a trillion-watt light bulb. All right, you're like a trillion-watt light bulb. A trillion-watt light bulb is one of the brightest lights. It's like a very bright light. All right, so that's you, a very bright light. And don't dim it for anybody. All right, be you, be proud to be you, and enjoy your life. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Peace, love, and light. Druuill out. Keep headed towards success. You're headed towards the top. They can't stop you. I'll see you in the next video. Peace, love, and light.